Just like it says in the pause screen here, I should go back to the Spinny Chamber now that I have all the disco balls. But first, last part, I started climbing in this direction before I realized there's a better route to do first, but I then forgot to go here after the fact. I think for this XP cube you need to drop down and jump sideways. Yeah. I think if you do anything else, there's a huge risk of falling there. Speaking of this objective thing in the pause menu, I actually never noticed it until this playthrough, and I've never needed it, but it is kind of helpful in Wolloh's Hollow because of all these progression gates through collectibles and upgrades. More of these bugs. Just a more complicated version of that one tree in the graveyard. Oh no, that was a bit too early. One nasty thing about this area in particular is if you get knocked into the pit by an enemy, you're basically taking double damage. Which I don't necessarily mind, but in cases like that, it's pretty rough. Because of the weird geometry where it sort of curves in before the red pit below, you can actually take triple damage if you get hit, and then you take fall damage from hitting the geometry there, then you fall into the pit, and you take fall damage from getting warped back to Alexis. So just be aware that this part of the game is very unkind that way. Okay, so a bit further, like there. Yeah. Oh, a crank. I thought this was where the last bottle cap was. Convenient little shortcut. Come to think of it, where was a second crank necessary? I don't remember. Well, that's no good. And there's more stuff that I forgot last part. But hey, at least I'm looking through the footage and thinking of everything ultimately. First of all, I want to go down here. I guess I could have dropped down from the other side, closer to Wolloh's tree. Oh, well, the mattresses are not in position for that, though. It wouldn't have been safe. I want to rotate this like so. Then go through that wall I blew up. Gotta say, this rotatable... It's not really a cylinder. A pentagonal prism, I guess, has, with the two platforms, sees a lot of use. There are, I'm gonna say, 4 distinct directions that are all useful in some way. 4 out of 5, that's pretty good. And of course I rotated it like this so I could drill into the wall, but before I do that, there is something else you can do with this bird. I just hope I can pull it off. Nope. At least I didn't fall. It's kind of tough. Maybe you're supposed to drop down onto the mattress, actually. And I did it foolishly before. Yeah, that seems right. That makes way more sense than what I did the first time. Goo, thanks. I was probably trapped in that owl pellet for a week. I did find this neat thingy, though. I think that girl pig in the mud bath was talking about this guy. So again, the world is... everything does make sense in the world. Gonna need a mud bath to wash off all the owl stank. Does he actually go to the mud bath later? I'm not sure. I should check on that. There might be stuff in this game I haven't seen. I know that some dialogue changes after you do certain things, so I will try to show that off. Okay, up the wall. I should not lose track of what I'm doing. At least not as often as I do. Isn't that bat peculiar? Oh, I just remembered where the bottle cap is for real this time. I simply forgot about it after I saw it. In the moment I dismissed it, thinking to myself that I can't get it yet, and yeah, this is what the crank is for. There it is. The thing is, I'm gonna go over here first. But one slight flaw of this game is every time an area is unloaded, some things reset, and I think that's gonna happen here. This is just a simple little side area with another mirror. And this one was dig to the top, right? It's actually pretty fun. I remember this one. Here you actually have to dig up the upwards headbutt. Diagonal wall jump here. Down. Up again. Whenever there are seams in surfaces like this, there's probably a crank that does something like that. Might be a quicker way to get around, but I think you were supposed to drop down here. Yeah. Because now you can go even further up here. That dirt doesn't go anywhere. I do like that the two functionally different types of dirt are also differently colored, at least in this place. Might not be the case elsewhere, but this is where it matters the most. Another one of these. Right, that's where it is. Relative to me. Nope. These still hurt you even when you're digging. Nice little shortcut. The level design in this game is very solid when it's just straightforward platforming challenges. Your mileage may vary when it comes to not Wolloh's Hollow. There's something very surreal about this space. I think just a colored skybox would have been fine, but these two moving walls are kind of cool. I didn't point out before, but that stock sound of children cheering is very funny. But you can see that rock is back to its starting point because I unloaded this area. I'm pretty sure that if I hit this crank again, yeah, I have to do that again. So just keep that in mind if you play this game, to save yourself some confusion and backtracking. Still trying to remember other things, but I think after I turn in the 5 bottle caps, I will progress the main story, I guess, whatever you want to call it. The main objective, maybe. Maybe getting this is kind of pointless because with these bottle caps, what you can get from here. Wow, you got them caps. Want to trade for a miracle tonic? Does he actually say anything different if you say no? No, okay. Here you go. Drink Mega Dream Soda. And yeah, you do get an achievement for this, but I'm not going to point out any achievements that will happen as a natural result of you doing everything I do. I will only mention them when I'm going out of my way to get an achievement, but there are only 2 or 3 of those, and I've already done one of them. Bringing the 2 turtles together, right? Which, the name of that achievement is just a Ninja Turtles reference. So yeah, on to the Spinny Chamber. First, I'm curious if Saint Ezra has anything to say. Hoo-woo! You found all the disco balls. Go ahead and climb up to the center of the Spinny Chamber. Should be working now. Alright then. Is that all? Yeah. I did notice eventually that every single exclamation, even Aloes, Oyo, is a palindrome because, of course, I should have thought of that before. I think the spiral, yeah, was on this side. Did you notice what happened there? Huh? Anything even happen? I should go ask Nerp before using this again. You might even notice here, because I pointed out what side the spiral slope is on. Ah! I've been transported to some kind of nightmare world. Wait. Just a dang minute here. That's just that same taxidermy from before, but... Well, did it work? I thought I felt something. Hey, you do look a bit backwards now. You see, just like the name, Wolloh's Hollow is the same backwards as forwards. Oh, poo, I mean Aloes Hollow, dang it. Don't tell anyone about that mistake, boy. They'll take away my license. Anyway... If you really flip the world, nobody will notice but yourself, seeing we all flip too. Maybe you being flipped will make some sort of difference, I guess. Oh, he actually repeats the same dialogue from earlier, if you talk again. But yeah, everything's backwards. I think this is a great punchline to the palindromic theming. And I'll climb up here to showcase what exactly this changes besides just putting the game into mirror mode. I tried to jump up on the opposite wall because this is throwing me off already. It will be a bit confusing once you use the Spinny Chamber. But I like it a lot. Yeah, let's just go up here again for no particular reason. Oh, would you look at that? So, relative to himself, Sev always spins these things clockwise, but the whole world is flipped. So he's actually spinning them the other way, and yeah. Bogo did this joke twice with different characters. I do find that amusing. Like, what the hell even is this thing? seeing the rest of its body on this side just raises even more questions. But yeah, I actually can't get up there because the world is flipped, but I'm pretty sure I've done everything. At least for now. Is this safe? I get the feeling it isn't, but... Oh, it is. Nice. So now that everything's flipped, obviously you should try every crank in the entire place. Remember what this kid said? Well... Oh no, counterclockwise, my belly. That wasn't counterclockwise. Yeah, it was. You backwards or something? You look kind of backwards. Actually struggling to remember. Well, obviously there's another crank right here. So instead of up, it goes down. I actually forgot to try this one the first time, and yeah, there's another challenge in here. Light the cubes. Nothing too difficult, but you can't jump over the large orbs. I need to remind myself of that. I think more get added the closer you get to completing this. Pretty sure that big one wasn't there at the start. A bit rude that you can take damage like that, but that's fine. Yeah, these secrets are among the most fun secrets I've seen in a game in recent memory, and they strangely make sense once you realize the logic. Do I do that one now? Ah, what the heck. I did point out the bat earlier, I might as well reveal this. First, I need to go back up there again. Appreciate the gap in the fence so that you can climb up there different ways. Right now, the hole in the wall is on this side. Still a little disoriented. Don't mind me. So, what's gonna happen when I turn this crank now? That. So I could get in on this side, but I've already done the mirror, so what's the point of that? There is a point to it. This actually took me a fair bit to figure out. But I needed to rotate this as it is now to be able to get up there. But now that I have that alternate route, I can rotate it towards that bat. You can see where this is going. I think that's the only real way to reach that bat. If this really is faster, I should be doing it whenever possible. Even this block that you might think is just here for you to extend that block out by pushing it in serves a purpose. I really like that. The level design is just solid. So now you go through here again, the same way I backtracked before, but the world is flipped, and grab the bat. This might be a bit of a spoiler, actually, because this lets us get into the tree. And that's obviously going to be an area later. Oh wait, I don't jump, I do this. I think this object, this movable vase with a spring plant, only appears here. Which is a bit strange, but at least it makes this secret a bit more memorable, perhaps. I'm already level 5. Maybe I should have hit this protrusion in the wall before moving it over, but that's fine. I'm not that much of a perfectionist. And that's a handy tool that'll help us later. But for the time being, I won't mess with the tree. Although at this point, I could go in there, as the Spinny Chamber is what you need. Maybe you've realized already what I have to do, but I won't spell it out just yet. There is, right now I'm heading towards one of the secrets while the world is flipped. Which, I shouldn't be here yet. I need to go to the church and hit the button once more. It's funny, just because the world is flipped, this timed challenge might be challenging again. Because what if I headed the wrong direction now? It's probably not that bad in practice though, but at least in theory this doesn't feel like I'm doing the exact same thing again. That'll turn the clock in the other direction. Alright, this was up here. And the clock was up on this side of the building, right? Yeah. That's how you get that screw. It was actually kind of driving me crazy before. The Spinny Chamber's effect was quite the surprise on a first playthrough. I'm pretty sure you can grab onto this and then jump from the hour hand. I don't think this is a safe drop. But this is. Now, can I recall any other crank anywhere in here? Not really. So how much time do I have? Or how much time has it been, rather? Okay, I think now's as good a time as any to go back to Lexi's park. It even makes it's internally consistent that Sev is no different. It's just that the whole of Wolloh's Hollow was flipped, which also doesn't affect any other location. Outside of Wolloh's Hollow, anyway. I'll tell you right now that the tree is part of Wolloh's Hollow. But the parking lot and every other area are not. So, where do I begin? Maybe going all the way down first? No, the side area, that's right. There was dirt in the side area here. I need to go all the way back up. So maybe this would be a bit dull and I could think of something to say. Okay, here's an example. This is not in Wolloh's Hollow, so these cranks still behave as normal. We're still spinning them in the same direction. That's how you're supposed to get on this side. And then... that's how you get in here. And another tutorial message after all this time. Guess what? If you dig back out of here, you're maybe gonna fall to the floor. I told myself I would disable this before recording, but it must have just slipped my mind. But if you press against the wall, same misspelling of against, that's even consistent. When you dig out, you can jump back to the ledge. It's tricky. Maybe I should have told you that before you went in here, but oh well. It's actually really cool that you can do that, and that will come back with a vengeance later. You can be sure of that. At this point, it's a running joke that I don't disable my notification sounds when I should. Oh, well. Right. I guess there actually isn't that much that you can't do in here until later. That was fairly simple, and there's just one more thing. There was a level door that I couldn't open. And I think it was somewhere here. Although maybe I'm taking the long way around. Wait, right, this is the dead end. Am I thinking that the world is backwards again? For no particular reason. There it is. Oh yeah, it was level 3. So that would be another thing. There are even some unique paintings in here. That one is somewhat unnerving. Although I don't actually recognize it. Oh yeah, the garbage cans. You can't do that yet either until you get to level 3 and you come back. So I'll talk to the garbage grump after this bounce to the top. Just have to headbutt these. Oh, is this place padded so that you don't take fall damage? I don't think I noticed that the last time. Okay, I was doing so well, and now I'm just messing it up. I think the drop shadow is supposed to appear on these springs, but it doesn't always render, which might mess you up a little bit. But yeah, nothing too difficult. Especially since that's a mirror challenge in which you can't take damage. But I guess the joke with the tutorial message on the other mirror doesn't work if that challenge was there instead. Yeah, I should head back down, because that's where the garbage grump is. And I also remembered another thing that I can do now. One of the achievements that you gotta go out of your way for. So the ground here, you notice how it transitions from tile to this? You can dig here. And that's not quite right. You can't stop moving while digging, which makes this a bit awkward, but you can... Maybe I'll try on this other suck. There you go. You can instantly kill them that way. And there's an achievement for that. Onto the garbage grump, and I'm pretty much done collecting everything. Barring the things that I've forgotten, which I almost certainly have forgotten some things. Right. I do think the textures are supposed to make these platforms hard to see. By the gods, you've done it! Now you've earned your reward. I shall teach you all about the letter P. I got plenty of interesting things in here that start with P. What? I don't think so. Now hand over the XP. Oh, alright, fine. That still has a P in it anyways. That better not mean something other than the letter. Warg! Now get the crumps out of my dumps. Why are you still here? Yeah, all of this is just XP, so if you're not trying to get all of the XP in the game, you can skip a lot of this stuff. In fact, level 5 is all you need to play at least all of the levels that the Steam page mentions, let's say. Maybe I'm giving away too much by saying that, but yeah, you don't have to be a total completionist to do the hardest challenge in the game. I'll let you know that much. Now, to do the one thing, to turn the one crank that is of utmost importance that I haven't turned yet. It's still flipped. I could have taken a more direct route, but I'm still getting disoriented. So this music box, it was installed backwards, right? Now we're backwards relative to the world. No! Public domain music, make it stop! So yeah, that's the punchline to that. I should know what this music is, but the melody sounds familiar, but I just can't remember what it's called. You can jump to that branch with the secret from here, I believe, if you're really adept. So you technically don't need to figure out the thing with that one bat, but yeah. Ah, what the hell. I overestimated how much stuff there is to do, so I will play further. Don't forget you can jump off the sides of these trees to reach the branches. Then you're almost there. Where am I supposed to be going? I don't know. Let's ask Bat Friend. Wolloh went up to his nest. Way up at the top. Okay, how about a lift up there then? Oh no, I can't lift you that far. I do know you need to get through that cave first to get higher up. We need to find a way across the gap somehow. Okay, great, fly me up there then. I can only fly between here and the entrance due to my crippling OCD. Dang it. What is that, lamp shading? I believe that's what that's called. I really like it. This place escapes me somewhat. I guess I'll go this way first. I don't think this was the way forward. You can only get in here when the world is flipped because Wolloh will show up again if the music isn't playing. That's the main point of the timer. Right. Wait, what did this do again? Oh, they do deal damage to you with their excretions. Right, that was necessary for progression. I just forgot. There are more of these big, angry fish. And that right there is what I pushed out from the secret entrance to the tree. So this is technically optional. Although going up top is mandatory, that's another one of the owls you need. Nope. Had to be a little bit higher up for that. I guess if I land on top of it, I only need to care about the top bug's position. It nearly didn't work out that way. Right, there was something down here. I just started to remember that. Although it wasn't just that. Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. I can't really do anything with that yet. That's why they give you the one XP cube as a consolation prize. But I need to remember how exactly that went. Did it have something to do with this? Because it's... that little room is directly below... oh no, it drops down too fast. gonna go ahead and say I can't do anything about that yet. I seem to remember it being that way. But that XP cube is bothering me. I think I needed another owl to get it, because the fish is not enough. Those owls go forward. I really have forgotten some of the details of this place. No matter. I like the sounds. That obstacle would not be as amusing if not for those sounds. Alright, spiders. I've heard some people say that this is one of their favorite tracks, and I can understand. There's something nice about it. I think that owl is just there to drop duties on you. To quote Alexis. Sev, wait, I just remembered, I forgot to mention. The owl has barricaded himself behind that giant letter P. Which is weird, because I would have thought his name would begin with an O. What? After I made it all the way up here? Wait, if you dig down through there, you should be able to make a shortcut back up. When we figure out how to get rid of that P. P? Alright, the world must be flipped for you too, since you were in that portal. Probably it's a number 4. If the number 4 is a backwards P, they should call it the number EEP. You're right, they should. That's how I would respond to what Sev says there. I think I might have misremembered where that room I was in is, spatially. Because in both cases there's a log, but the log I saw above me in that room was too high up. This one raises up, so that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, just mistaken spatial awareness there. That's how you make this accessible. There we go. And now I don't exactly recall where that leads to. But I think it's the only other thing I can do now. Ah. Just that. It's so strange. I swear I should know how to... Remember there being a second thing that you hit, and then you hit the fish. You can go up there. I guess I'll figure it out in between videos. But I won't ignore the fact that this thing is here. I forgot to talk to the NPC, and that was kind of foolish of me. But I won't backtrack now, but the guy next to the zoo, if you talk to him a second time, he mentions one of his exhibits was a metal worm that probably would have survived even if the owls tried to eat it. I bring that up now for a reason. one of the things you can do with that bird, but there is another mound there. Actually, was there an owl hovering somewhere that I could hit with this bird? Is that what it was? Why can't I remember? Ah, I'll leave it. I'm sure it'll come to me. Barely made it. So yeah, there's the metal worm. It didn't get digested. It's me, the metal worm. Nice work on releasing me from that filthy prison. Now, back off to my nice clean prison at the sanitary zoo. I am level 5, so I could go up and confront Wolloh now. But maybe I do want to backtrack first. I don't think it would be too difficult, and I don't think the world being flipped stops me from reaching the sanitary zoo. Yeah, that's another particularly obscure thing. You could also not realize you can blow up the owl pellet mound to free that one guy. What am I doing? I lost my bearings for a second. Oh, I forgot to dig around in Lexi's park, didn't I? Whoops. I think it was just that one spot, but maybe there was more. That's not gonna work. Does he have anything to say, at least if you got the worm back? Hoo-woo. These exclamations are actually really awkward. I want to say something else whenever I read them. My metal worm is back. Now I can start charging in mission again. What? People's gonna pay just to see that metal worm? Oh yes, he was always the star attraction. I unlocked the supply closet in case there's anything left in there you need. I think that's yet another unique expression for Sev. Again, for an obscure secret thing. I really appreciate when developers put in work for stuff like that. Oh yeah, it is backwards. Oh, that's weird. Howdy. That's it. Yeah, this door actually opens, which might make you wonder if other doors like it will. That's another mirror challenge, and I think this one was land safely. Oh boy. Steering yourself is kind of tough in free fall. It's very slow. Which makes this challenge much tougher. Plus the camera rotating makes it a little bit harder to do. Like I Although I needed to move in a straight line, the camera rotation forced me to move the stick various ways, and then you gotta hit the mattress. I think I want to confront Wolloh and, believe it or not, beat the game next part. It's quite short, that's part of the reason I wanted to do a playthrough. Just to get used to doing this again. And then maybe I could do something longer. Oh, how did I miss those cubes up there? Now I can't possibly ignore them. So I guess I'll grab those before I call it for now. If I can remember exactly how I... Right. At least everything's flipped, so it's not exactly the same. Just like when I went to the zoo again. No, that's not gonna work. Fortunately, I'm also gonna have to do this again. Oh, there's power going through those? Wait, why does that happen? The Spinny Chamber? I never noticed that detail. Even the poles that I thought were just supposed to stop you from getting that screw early are also a decorative element. It's a nice touch. Well, a functional decorative element, that is. No, I thought I wasn't gonna make it with that one. Yeah, I'll get to you soon enough. That was almost a disaster. I just forgot to walk back here. That's somewhat embarrassing. And with that upgraded max life, why not just fall on my face? He did move to here. Okay. I'm discovering new things for myself as well. Lol, thanks again for the save. To be fair, lol is a palindrome. Did you know you look like Piggy Duke Nukem? I don't know who that is. One of my buds told me he ran into a grave behind the fence up there and it talked to him. Of course, it's the same guy who told me his dog could fuse with a motorcycle. Which grave? I wonder if that has to do with the codes or maybe the chameleon moth. I think I've done everything in the cemetery though, so... Gag! Why did you have to bring him back? Yeah, I just never checked back. Now that that Duke Nukem thing was said, I can't unsee it. Look at the model. Try not to picture Okay. So like I said, next time I'll deal with that gross owl up there. And beat the game. Thank you for watching.